Welcome to Loco Gringo, Mexico, where we can take you beyond the usual on your vacation. Each week we talk with amazing locals who know the Riviera Maya and Yucatan like only locals can. Get real tips to real places, insights on the local scene, culture, and cuisine from a local's perspective. So pour yourself a margarita, mezcal, or tequila, grab yourself a comfy chair, and let's get the show going.
Buenas tardes, everybody. This is Kay Walton, your host of Loco Gringo, Mexico. Thanks for joining us today. Well, we're going to be talking to a diver out of Playa del Carmen. His name is Vicente Fito. And Vicente is going to be sharing with us a little bit about his journey here to the Riviera Maya. Now, because he was only supposed to be here for a year, 17 years later, he's still here. And so he's got some great information on some family-friendly cenotes that you can visit, some info for would-be scuba divers, and some places and things to do that you really just don't want to miss while you're down visiting the area. Now, one thing he's going to talk about, and I think it's really fascinating, is that he was recently doing a television shoot out in Chinchorro Banks, which is off the coast of the Costa Maya, which is down about 2-3 hours south of the Riviera Maya. And he talks about the fishermen down there and about crocodiles and snorkeling. Really, there's now a tour, crocodiles and snorkeling. So if that doesn't grab you, I'm not really sure what else will. This episode is brought to you by Playa. You know, lots of people ask us for information and help when it comes to real estate, whether they're looking for retirement, an investment property, or maybe they're looking to relocate to the area. And we refer them over to our friends at Playa. The folks at Playa we've known for years, and they'll make sure that you, the buyer, are fully protected and informed when it comes to buying real estate. So if you're looking to buy a piece of paradise, check out our friends at buyplaya.com. Vicente, how are you?
Fine, very well, Kay. Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much. I know, nice meeting you. I know it's been really busy. It was just Semana Santa, which is Easter, and it's been super busy with family and festivities, so I'm really glad you could be here today.
Yeah, of course.
So, Vicente, tell me a little bit about how you wound up in the Riviera Maya. Where are you from? And tell us a bit about your journey in making the Riviera Maya and Playa del Carmen your home.
Yeah, look, that was 17 years ago. I stopped in Playa for 1 year. You know, I was working in a dive shop in Majorca. I'm from Majorca, Spain, in the Balearic Islands. And I was working already in the diving industry. But this is a seasonal industry. There is like 6 or 8 months maximum during the warm season. And my boss told me if I want to come to Playa del Carmen, what I didn't really know what it is. I hear about Cozumel and Cancun, but I never hear about Playa del Carmen. That was in the year 2000. And he told me, look, I have an operation in one hotel if you want to go there for 1 year to try if you like it. And I said, yeah, of course. 1 year, 12 months, perfect. And I'm still here, no? After 17 years, I cannot move from the area because of the place, the forest, the cenotes, everything, no? It was an amazing experience.
Which hotel did you start working at?
Doesn't exist anymore, the name. The hotel exists now. The name is H10 Ocean Maya, but used to be El Mandarin. This is north part of Playa del Carmen, very close to Secret Capri. At this time, doesn't exist the Secret Capri. Only exists the Hotel El Caracol and Capitan Lafitte and El Mandarin. And I was there for 4 years, from the 2000 until 2004, the dive shop in the hotel. Imagine it was a paradise because I have my dive shop 50 meters far from the ocean, the pool 50 meters behind the dive shop, the boats anchored in front of the dive shop. It was a paradise, no? It was an amazing place. I spent all the time having fun, living in the hotel, dreaming and living the Caribbean dream, you know, about being here all the time in these warm and tropical waters. It was amazing. But after 4 years, I have to choose if I have to go back to Spain or go forward, to do something else. And then I went to Playa and I opened my own dive shop in the 2004. And until today, it's still open. And everything was great.
What's the name of your dive shop? What's the name of the dive shop in Playa now?
It's Playa Diving Center. I opened it with a Mexican partner in the 2004. And in the 2012, we separate and I keep the company until now. And it was great, we focus a lot in cenotes diving and a lot of in cave diving the last years. We have a big market of cave divers and doing a lot of cave courses and everything. But I believe that one of the most important motives because I still here is because of the cenotes, From the very beginning, I have to do my cave course to guide cenotes. And it was my first experience in caves. I never dove a cave before. And I didn't know if I will like it or not. But it was surprising. I love it. It's not like I like it. I really love it, And I get hooked with the cenotes so deep. And I cannot imagine my life far from the cenotes.
I understand. And I moved here in 1992 to explore the cenotes, and so I understand your passion.
Yeah, I hear that also. Yeah, amazing. Imagine in 92. Wow.
So, with running the dive shop and following your passion as a diver, have you had time do you have a family now here in Playa del Carmen, or are you still living the Caribbean dream?
No, I do. I was many years living the Caribbean dream, but a few years ago I met a Mexican girl, and she's my wife, and we have 2 kids now, and we are really, really happy now. Everything is time, but it is great, it's a nice dessert to this part of my life, I already have a lot of fun. I explore a lot. I dive a lot. I'm still doing that, but now I have my family, my wife, my kids, and I think this is the perfect place to grow my kids. In this weather, we can go to the beach almost every day. They grow up on t-shirts and shorts. Not a lot of clothes, and great weather to go on bicycle everywhere and. It's a nice place to have kids.
Do your kids go to the cenotes with you? I guess what I'm really asking is, would you recommend that people coming to the area, families, that they take their kids to the cenotes to see them?
Of course. They love cenotes. They really love the cenotes. They learn to swim in cenotes. My daughter learned to swim in the cenotes because it's fresh water, but not like in the pools. She can open the eyes with no problem. It definitely is an amazing place. And there's so many different types of cenotes.
What cenotes would you recommend for families to visit if they're coming to the area and it's like their first time? Where would you, in being a father, where would you recommend they take their children?
Well, as a first place, I recommend something open and green, like is Ponderosa or Crystalina. Or Cenote Azul, that one's where it's like a big pool with a lot of plants around, small fishes. They can snorkel, but the snorkeling is not the most attractive thing. It's just swimming there. And after that, they can go to another cenotes like mangrovians close to the ocean, like Caleta Yalcu or Cenote Manatí in Casa Cenote, where they can see more fishes and more typically fresh and salty water fishes, And they cannot miss the stalactite formations experience, like in Dos Ojos or like in Pet Cemetery, Mystic River, all that ones where they can really go through the tunnels full of formations and realize, what a diver is seeing when they are going there. There's so many different possibilities here with the cenotes. definitely something they cannot miss. This is why I'm still living here, no? Because of the cenotes and its possibilities. They are a lot.
Now, if people want to learn how to scuba, well, I will say this is that you don't need to be a certified scuba diver to go and enjoy the cenotes. You can just go and swim or take a mask and snorkel and snorkel some of these great places that Vicente is talking about. But Vicente, how hard is it if people are coming down to the area? Is it easy to get a scuba experience if someone wants to go? Geez, I wonder if it's difficult. Do you guys teach? Is it a Discover Scuba class, or are there entry level ways that people can learn how to scuba dive when they're here in the area?
Yes, of course. No, all scuba diving should start in open water environments like the ocean, and then we and a lot of dive shops here in the area offer high quality courses from the very beginning, like the Discover Scuba Diving. This is an experience for the people who are not really sure if they want to dive or not, and they want to try like a 3 hours course. They don't get the certification, but they can try how is breathing underwater, what is diving, to see a few fishes, the reef, and all that. And if they get hooked and they like it, they can keep going and do his first entry level, the open water diver certification. When you are allowed to go to the reefs and have some fun in shallow waters. And after that, if you like it, you can go to have higher experiences like cavern tours, where you can visit a little bit the entrance of the huge cenotes, the entrance to the huge cave systems, all the time in very controlled areas where you can see the light all the time. The visibility is amazing, clear, and a lot. I mean, some places you can see more than 200, 250 feet visibility. A lot of natural light entering. Definitely, it's a very easy experience, but always you need some training before in open water, in the ocean.
As you have some time off, and I know now, during our busy seasons, where everybody's working almost 7 days a week. But when you get time off, do you have some places that are really like favorite places of yours that you like to go to kind of, get off, to go and get away from like the craziness of Fifth Avenue, or where do you take your family?
Look, we love a lot to go to the south a little bit. We like to go to Bacalar Lagoon. This is a freshwater lagoon, but huge, where looks like the ocean, but it's a fresh lagoon. Then we can go do sailing or kayaking there. You can do snorkeling in some places, some boat trips all around the lagoon. It's a 60 kilometers long lagoon. Amazing places, so thing you cannot miss. And it's very quiet and calm. It's always looks like it's always low season there. Very nice place. Also, we like to go to the north, in the part of North Yucatan, like El Cuyo or Holbox. In El Cuyo is a new place, new discover. We did very close to Holbox, but amazing beaches. Very kilometers and kilometers of palm and no one there. Only turtles arriving and putting his eggs there. Is amazing. And in between El Cuyo and Las Coloradas is these pinky lagoons where they cultivate the salt. I don't know how to explain that, but the salinas, how they call, they have like huge extensions of lagoons, very shallow lagoons, where they let them dry every year and they take the salt. And then there's a period of the time is completely pink and full of flamingos. There is an amazing and breathtaking place, El Cuyo. And this is now with a new highway, is only 1.5 hour driving by car from Playa del Carmen.
That's
it's
fast.
Nothing.
It's easy.
And it's an amazing place to go. You have hotels, you have restaurants, you have some cabañas at the beach there. It's a very nice place. And of course you have the islands of Holbox, everybody know there. It's also a very nice place, full of nice hotels with all the budgets and a lot of nice restaurants and everything. Or also we like to go camping to Siancan sometimes. You can get the permission very cheap, and we camp in the beach in Siancan, asking the permission because it's a natural area, reserve. But it's only $10 to get the permission to camp there, and it's very, very nice, and you cannot see nothing. We camp 2 days, and we don't see a single person in 2 days. It's amazing.
Now, is there good snorkeling in Siancan? I mean, if you get off the beach, have you been able to snorkel? Is it worth the effort?
Well, that area, not really. The reef is quite far from the shore. But if you go to the last village, to Punta Allen, you can take the services from these lanchas, from these lancheros, these guys with the boats, and they can organize you trips to see turtles, to see dolphins, to have a trip inside the mangrovians, and you can do some snorkel as well in the reef. This is another chance. It's like 2 hours drive from Tulum south, following this path parallel to the sea. And at the end, there is a small village they call Javier Gomez Rojo, but everybody knows the place like Punta Allen. And then you can organize these tours there. There's many cooperativas who can organize that trips. It's like from 3 hours to 5 hours trip, very safe, and you can visit different areas, and you can do different activities. And with them, you can do a snorkel.
It's very beautiful down there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
If you had to tell people a recommendation, one of the most important things that they should do while they're here to have a very authentic experience and to discover some of the passion that you have for the area, what would you suggest?
Wow, only one. That's difficult. There is so many different things they can do.
Okay, you can if you have. All right, you can have 2 or 3 if you want, but do you have some? I mean, because that's one of the things is we really want people to have an authentic experience. And I mean, you've been here now for 17 years. You didn't go back to Spain, so you must have some absolutely incredible recommendations that people should have for their trip.
Definitely. Look, one thing I recommend very much to my clients, if they want to have the archaeological site experience, they don't need to go to the very classic Chichen Itza or Ekbalam or Kobach, who everybody goes. There is another option more in the south, direction to Bacalar. The name is Chachoben Ruins. The ruins of Chachoben are amazing big, amazing wild, full of trees and nature at the maximum, and always is empty. It's a place where really, when you start to walk through these ruins, you feel like a real Maya, and you want to start to scream and run between the rocks. It's an amazing place. This is Chachoben Ruins. And then you transport yourself to a different place, because there's no one there, and it's an amazing place, This is one of the sites I really recommend. Another thing, maybe if they have time, they can visit Mérida City and Izamal, these 2 areas where they can have an idea how was this in the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th century. The magnificence of these 2 parts, 2 areas, Mérida and Izamal, how important was, the majestic of the streets and the places. Definitely something very, very nice. They cannot miss it. And of course the beaches, the beaches here in the Caribbean are amazing. All the Tulum part, everything south from Tulum, the Tulum going to Punta Allen. If they have the possibility to have 1 or 2 days in the cabañas there, these an amazing beaches with blue water and palms. I think this is what it is, the Yucatan Peninsula, Quintana Roo is something they cannot miss that. The Mayan culture, the beach, and the important cities, Izamal and Mérida.
Yeah, they're all winners, and Chacchoben, excellent recommendation. Not a lot of people suggest Chacchoben, but it is an absolutely magical ruin site, and definitely worth the drive south of Tulum to go experience it.
Yeah, now the road is very good in all Quintana Roo states, and I think from Tulum is a 2 hours drive to Chacchoben. It's not so much. Plus, you can stand and you can sleep one night in Bacalar Lagoon. There is plenty of hotels there, and the experience deserves it. It's a very, very nice place.
Some of our listeners I know go to Mahawal, and I know that they could also, if you're going to the Mahawal area, you can also do a stop in Chacchoben if you're headed out to Costa Maya. That's it's an easy.
Exactly. Mahawal is also very nice, definitely. Yeah. It's something they can do. Visit Bacalar, Mahawal, and Chacchoben all together is amazing, definitely, yes.
Absolutely. A curious question. Have you done any diving off the Costa Maya from Mahawal or Xcalac?
Yeah, I do. I have friends there. I dove a lot Mahawal. I dove a lot Chinchorro because I was filming a TV documentary a few months ago. I was sleeping in Chinchorro Island, in the Chinchorro case for 1 week. It was amazing. Amazing. We were...
What's the diving like there?
Very virgin. There's no current in Chinchorro. It's not like here in Riviera Maya. You have a lot of current. There is a very peaceful and easy dives because you don't have current. The reef is very unspoiled, very pristine water. You can still see a lot of sea stars and sea conch. A lot of animals you don't see so often here. Still there are lots of them. And we were filming how the fishermen go free diving to catch the alive lobsters. We were filming that. It's amazing. We were living together with these fishermen, how they make his money keeping alive the lobsters. They can sell it on the market in a higher price, and how they live together with the crocodiles, because for every person you have 20 crocodiles around. Maybe they are 100 or 150 fishermen living there, and it's about 800 crocodiles living there in harmony, no problem, peacefully. It's amazing how they clean fish and they throw the things behind, and the crocodiles are eating. But huge crocodiles, not tiny ones. No. And it's something, wow. See, that is amazing. And I know there is a few dive shops in Mahawal and Xcalac. They organize tours to Chinchorro Island. And you can sleep now in these palafitos, these small houses floating on the top of the reefs there, where it used to be for fishermen. Now it's possible to rent this for one night, and the fishermen cook for you some fresh fish and lobster, and you spend the day with them, and you go diving in Chinchorro. It's something completely new and amazing. Plus, if you like the adventure, you can do crocodile snorkeling there. This is something very new. And very, very expensive, of course. There is a Ecstasy dive shop in Xcalac who is doing some crocodile snorkeling. And they feed them in front of the cameras. And it's completely wild. We were filming that too, and come on, this is not possible. How far are we going to go? No, now we are doing a snorkeling with 3-4 meters crocodiles. No, it's amazing. Super crazy.
So it's probably it's cheap to go. It's the expensive part is they bring you back alive.
Exactly. Exactly. It's cheap to get there. Go back alive is the expensive thing. Exactly.
Wow, exciting! Now, when is this? What can you talk about? When this show is going to be on television, or who you shot with the film for?
Well, I was filming for a company, Big Bang Media, and maybe now, because we filmed like 8 or 10 months ago, should be on the TVs in Spain any moment. I really don't know exactly. I guess they're going to tell me when it's on the air, but I cannot tell you exactly when. But we were filming Mahahual, the sea turtles, and we were filming in Chinchorro the life with the fishermen, how they catch the alive lobsters, no? Then we were waiting underwater, and looking how they go down in free diving, and they catch the lobster alive and they go up, no? It was an amazing experience. Plus, we go to different reefs there, different ones, to see the old wrecks and all that things they have in Chinchorro. No? So a lot of diving possibilities in Chinchorro.
Beautiful. And I know that Chinchorro is weather dependent. When it's really windy, it's really hard to get out to. It's really hard to get from Mahahual or Xcalac out there. It's real rough.
Yeah, most of the days they cannot go. It's a very long ride, but we go with an operation in Mahahual. They have new boats, and we were flying in the ocean, literally flying, and we get to Chinchorro in 1.5 hours.
Wow.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was, I don't know the speed, but it was very good conditions, and we did it in 1.5 hours.
Really nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. Used to be 3-4 hours, but now, new technologies, new boats, faster boats, but they cannot go all the time, But the good thing is you can sleep there now. If it's a problem, you can stay with the fisherman and spend 1 night or 2 nights until it's better conditions to come back.
I want to check that out. I want to go spend the night out with the fisherman.
And you know what? They have Wi-Fi. You can believe that? When I hear that, I say, no, I cannot believe that. They have gasoline compressors and everything to create electricity for 2-3 hours every night. For us, they have Wi-Fi. I say, really? You have Wi-Fi here? I cannot believe that. It was amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
I can give you the contacts if you want.
I would love to have their information. I would love to go and stay there. Now, if they have Wi-Fi, then I can go and stay longer. I could work from there. Yeah,
and definitely the crocodile experience there is something you have to experience, how they can live together with the big crocodiles, and no problem. It's something, they are his friends. They put names to the crocodiles. It's amazing.
Wow, croco pets. Nice. Interesting. Yeah. Well, Vicente, if people want to contact you about diving while they're here on vacation or having a cenote experience, how can they reach you?
Well, we have a website. It's www.playadivingcenter.com. Or by email, it's the same, info@playadivingcenter.com. It's quite easy. Or through our Facebook page also, Playa Diving Center. It's quite easy. We are here. We don't close any day in the year. Diving is our passion. We are ready to go diving anytime, any day. And we can do anything like recreative ocean dives to cave level. I'm doing the last year's cave training is my strongest passion and effort. And well, many people, most of my clients come from Europe, and I'm teaching the whole year, during the whole month, cave courses, technical cave courses, dive mount, scooter. Now everybody is in a passion to technical diving, and this is one of the tops here in the area. Everybody wants to cenote cave diving. This is the maximum.
Excellent. Well, we'll make sure that we have links from today's show notes. We'll have links over to your website and your Facebook page and all your contact information so people can reach out. And please let us know if there's any clips of this video that you did down in Chinchorro, if it comes out on YouTube or we can watch the show online. If you let us know, we'll let all of our listeners we'll let all of them know, give them the link, and so they can watch your experience down in Chinchorro with the fishermen and crocodiles and diving and everything. It sounds fascinating.
Okay, sure. I will have it.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for you, Kay, for your time and considering me to that interview. It was very funny.
Well, are you inspired now to move down here? Do you want to move down here and have a little place of your own? Well, then you need to talk to our friends at By Playa. You know, they have a friendly and knowledgeable international staff. They speak lots of languages, and they are known as being a buyer's agent. Well, what does that mean? That means they are only going to show you and sell you properties they know that have escrituras, and escritura is a title. And it's part of their due diligence to make sure the title is clear, there's no liens, and that the person who's selling the property is actually the owner. By Playa works with lawyers that specialize in fideicomisos, which is a Mexican trust. You may have heard of it already before. And they can address things such as capital gains problems immediately and right up front, so that you have no surprises along the way to closing. So contact our friends at By Playa at buyplaya.com. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, and hope you tune in again next week. But before you go, just a reminder, today's show notes can be found at locogringo.com/podcast. We will have information on how you can reach Vicente and the Playa Diving Center. And also, we have a really busy blog. I'm not sure if you checked out our blog, but we have interesting information that is published 3-4 times a week. You really should check it out, especially if you have an upcoming trip to the area. And I am going to stay in touch with Vicente. So when when this piece that he did with the television station about Chinchorro comes out, I've asked him to let us know if there's a place that we'll be able to watch it online. So I will post about it there. And I have to say, because I'm morbidly curious, I'm going to be digging into this whole concept of snorkeling with the crocodiles, and you may find a post on it soon.
Thanks for listening. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe. For links, show notes, and more information, head on over to locogringo.com or give us a call toll-free at 800-478-0081.
Porque se tragó la luna, estaba enferma la rana. Su madre soba que soba, dedos de pluma la panza. Pensó ranita que luna era una toronja blanca. Y aunque la luna es de leche, la leche estaba cortada. Croa, croa, dedos de pluma. Croa, croa, dedos de agua.